Founded by brothers Ivan and Daniel, McKinnon Brothers Brewing is situated on their family farm in Bath, Ontario, a farm that has been operational for over 2 centuries. This deep-rooted connection to the land is reflected in their commitment to producing high-quality, handcrafted beers using locally sourced ingredients.
In the late 60s, early 70s, my grandfather and then my father started the seed operation. So we grow corn, soybeans, wheat, oats, and barley. Everything other than the corn is grown for seed. So when we came back to the farm, it was almost as big as it is right now. And we made the decision when we started the brewery to try and, maintain the farm operation as it is, not try and grow it a huge amount, and then start the brewery kind of in parallel to the farm. The knowledge base was already there on how to grow barley on the land and how to grow barley that with the seed, you're focused on very similar things to the malting. It needs to be, highly pure. You need to maintain good germination, good quality at harvest, all very similar stuff. So it really gave us a leg up when we were trying to grow malting barley. So that was what really allowed us to do our first brew that was 100% from the farm back in 2017, the Harvest Ale. So that was one of the ones that I'm the most proud of, is all the hops and all the barley came from our farm.
McKinnon Brothers offers a diverse lineup of beers, ranging from classic styles to innovative brews inspired by their surroundings. Whether it's their flagship Crosscut Canadian Ale or their seasonal releases, each beer reflects the cultural identity and culinary heritage of their community.
Well, the idea is that we want to use ingredients from our farm or other local farms in all the beer. We find it makes the beer more unique. We like to make beers that are kind of malt-based, like malt-centric, I guess, whereas a lot of people in the last 10 or 20 years, craft breweries have focused more on hops. But we're grain farmers first, so it's nice to focus on the malt side of the ingredients. For specialty beers, we'll use grains from the farm, oats or wheat, like for some of our summer seasonals. We've got one beer with beets in it that we get from some farmers in Ontario as well. In the winter, we make a stout with wild peppermint. It's fun to make new stuff too, but we're also busy making the other stuff. So you try to balance that.
Many craft brewers are deeply rooted in their communities and are committed to promoting and preserving local beer culture. By supporting each other, they contribute to the growth and success of the craft beer movement in their region.
I was amazed when we started the brewery how open doors it was. We toured a number of different breweries at the start, and then we toured some bigger ones before we built the expansion in 2019, and everybody was just super, super helpful. And so, we started relatively early, I guess, compared to a lot of the later wave craft breweries in Ontario. And so we've always tried to pay that forward a little bit as well. We were so lucky with that. And it's just such a great feeling to walk into an industry like that where everybody's so helpful and everybody's got a different story and a different brand image. And, you're not really worried about taking market share. You're worried about helping everybody else.
A distinctive feature of McKinnon Brothers Brewing is their commitment to sustainability. They cultivate their own barley and hops on the farm, employing both traditional and eco-friendly farming methods. Additionally, they have recently implemented carbon capture equipment, significantly reducing their carbon emissions.
When you talk about sustainability, the biggest thing for us, that we really focused on right off the bat was trying to keep things as local as possible, try and keep the supply chain as short as possible. We move about 85 to 90% of our beer within, I think it's a 40-kilometer radius of the brewery. So that corridor from kind of Trenton to Gananoque is the only place that we sell draft beer. So kegs to bars and restaurants are only sold in that area. And then obviously we distribute to LCBOs and grocery stores and anybody else in the local area that can sell beer. And then we distribute to LCBO stores outside of that corridor across the rest of the province as well. But the focus has always been on the local market. My cousin Ben and Andrew, they do a really good job making those connections with local bar owners. They're owners in the company. They're the ones delivering those kegs every day and And if you need anything, they're the guys that you talk to. So they've done a really good job at forging those relationships. And I think that's really benefited us.
With their emphasis on sustainability, local sourcing, and innovation, McKinnon Brothers is a vibrant community hub where locals and visitors alike can come together to enjoy great beer and celebrate the rich agricultural heritage of the region.
One of the reasons we started the brewery was to kind of diversify the farm and make it, a bit more resistant to the shocks in agricultural commodity prices. And we didn't want to see the farm turn into like just a big subdivision or something like that. So, if my kids or Ivan's kids or my sister's kids want to work here someday or take it over, that would be great.
For WPBS Weekly, I'm Gail Paquette.